Hey guys, before I really get started with this video, I wanted to let you know about this great channel, Narcissistic Support. A woman named Dana, she does this channel. She's awesome. So I'm sort of pulling and referencing two of her videos, which I'll put the links down below. I don't want you to think I'm copying her, but her videos are awesome. So I want to give her credit. She kind of inspired me to start my own channel, and she has a great online support every Wednesday night that I always attend. So like I said, I'm putting the links down below. Definitely check her out. The somatic narcissist will come across as a sex addict. Remember, men are considered somatic. Women are labeled histrionic when they are overly and inappropriately sexual. So everything goes back to narcissistic supply and feeding the ego. If a narcissist can conquer and have sex with someone, it is a quick way to feed their own ego. It isn't the actual act of sex that's important to them, though. It's the process of obtaining it. It's winning, it's pursuing and securing something that they hunted for. Not only do they get off on the feeling they get from catching their prey, but they also get off on discarding them when they've had enough. By being able to act this way and get away with it, it proves to himself and to others that he's great, that he's desired, that he's special. Sex with a narcissist is usually incredible at first. Since everything with them is a dramatic performance, sex is no different. In a long-term relationship setting, however, it may be dull or even non-existent. Even the most sexual, somatic narcissist, the sex with a long-term partner eventually will fizzle out. Sex with a narcissist ends up being very lonely and disconnected. If and when they are intimate with you, it's as if they're the only ones there and they're using you as a tool. Since the narcissist is incapable of forming mature bonds and true intimacy, this transfers to physical intimacy as well. There's no other elegant way of saying this. A narcissist is only capable of fucking. They are incapable of making love. They can fake it, but it is in no way genuine. One partner generally won't satisfy his need for very long, because remember, it has nothing to do with sexual needs. It has to do with supply. One partner cannot satisfy his insatiable appetite for very long. So he's constantly in search of new ones to feed his ego. He's constantly in pursuit of supply and attention and the next cheap thrill. The somatic narcissist looks at his own body as an object used for securing narcissistic supply. He also views other people's bodies as objects as well, used solely for giving supply. Narcissists, when in a relationship, tend to cheat on their spouses constantly because of this constant need for new sources of supply. They might think that they're bored with the sex on a conscious level, but deep down they're just bored with attention from the same person. They need a constant flow of validation from different people in order to feed their own ego. As I said before, they get off on chasing their prey and discarding the prey after they use them. If they're in a relationship, however, they will also get off on sneaking around and lying to you. They get off on arguing with you. They get off on building you up and making you feel loved, and then they get off on watching how upset they've made you. The number one thing that always will feed their ego is their ability to win you back after they've treated you so badly. My ex Robert, as I said I would call him, and we talked about having an open relationship. I'm very open-minded. I know a lot of people are not in traditional monogamous relationships, so I did entertain the idea for a while, and he did seem very happy, and he treated me super well at first. But then he started to be mean in other ways, because like I said, it is not sex that they're after. If it was, then the open arrangement would have solved a lot of our problems. They don't want consensual sex. It's not about a variety of sexual partners. They want to sneak around and lie to you. They get off on doing the wrong thing. So if you make that wrong thing acceptable, it loses the appeal. All they're going to do is go find some other way to be mean or find some other wrong thing to do. A lot of somatic narcissistic men will be really into watching pornography. There's nothing wrong with porn at all, but if you stay up all night long trying to get off, and if you are just too tired to do anything the next day, that's when it becomes an issue. Everyone has their own frame of reference as to what they consider to be normal and acceptable and comfortable, so everyone's definition will differ. My narcissistic ex used to love meeting timid and shy girls on Facebook and other social media apps and convincing them to go on Skype. He would hold a regular conversation with them, and he pleasured himself under the table. He loved the control he had over this girl who had no idea what he was doing, and it was super creepy when he would tell me about this stuff. Sometimes he would seek out very unattractive girls so he could pleasure himself in front of them. He felt he was so good looking, and this girl would never ever see a man as attractive as him. So he was doing them a community service and a good deed. He's even said, my body is a community property, and I owe it to women to let them see it. He said, and I quote, "Everyone wants a piece of me." When I repeat the things he said, I sometimes get very angry because, this guy was red flag city, and I was not, smart or strong enough to get away from him. He was very attracted to younger girls. He really loved super young goth girls who would wear, Jack Skellington t-shirts and have blue hair and shopped at Hot Topic. In high school, I loved shopping there, but that was 15 years ago. I had to grow up and dress more appropriately for my age, but he was still stuck being, really into that look. There's nothing wrong with that, but he would sometimes comment that he wished I dressed like that, but, I'm 30 years old, I can't dress like I'm 14, and he didn't seem to understand that. If we were out somewhere, and there would be a younger girl who dressed like that, he did not hide the fact that he was checking her out. I was bothered by that. I wasn't bothered that he was looking at other women. Like I said, I'm open-minded, I don't care, I'm not jealous like that, but these girls were way too young for him to be looking at in that way, and that's the part that bothered me. Also, being a musician, he would attract girls like that to his shows. He would befriend them, and since he was mentally very young, he often got involved in their drama, and that's another thing I didn't like. Here I am, an adult, and I'm getting dirty looks from these, 15-year-old girls. He would defend them since they were his fans, and I did respect that, but it was unnecessary drama that I just didn't need to get involved with. The narcissist constantly seeks out excitement and drama. There will be a whole video on just that topic alone. So this concludes this video. The next 2 videos I will most likely make are, like I said, drama and excitement, and the fact that the narcissist lacks boundaries and comfort zones.